It's not very nice weather, Chris, and so that's to say the least. We watched that one a little bit from the press box at Bayport, but they pulled that one out with 3 minutes left, getting a touchdown late in that game to take a 10-7 victory. In the first round, they took care of Milwaukee Riverside 62-12, and that puts them in the round of 8, and they are the number 1 seed in this side of the bracket. For the Bayport Pirates, they come into tonight's game with one loss. That's a loss against De Pere, 19-15. They opened up with Manitowoc in level 1, 56-14. Last week played really good against the good Milwaukee Marquette team, 49-14, and played really physical in that game. And if the Pirates are going to hang in there tonight against a very good Franklin team, it'll happen up front with that offensive line that's been playing better and better for the Pirates all year. So if you're listening in there and you're listening from Franklin, we're a little biased, Chris. I am anyway. I'm the principal at Bayport, so just kind of give you a little background in regards to that. So I'll get a little excited today, so hopefully you can tune in. Alyssa's our camera person, so she'll be helping us out today, and we're going to have a great time here from Franklin High School.
We'll step aside, take a break as we continue the Vanderwest Harley-Davidson pregame show here from Franklin High School. It's the Pirates and the Sabres in level 3. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Football.
If a training run turns into a sprained ankle or spring yard work stresses out your shoulder, go to the Acute Injury Clinic at Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialist. It's not urgent care, it's not the ER, it's the same-day orthopedic care directly from an orthopedic physician, and no appointment is needed. The Acute Injury Clinic at OSMS is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 2223 Lime Kiln Road in Green Bay. Learn more at osmsgb.com.
Honey, isn't it the sacrifice, the dedication, the grit? They really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes. The officials.
Oh. Today's student athletes are truly special. But there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games, too. Like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all? We need more qualified high school officials here in Wisconsin. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Rob! Yeah!
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
We continue the pregame show and we sit down with Pirate head coach Gary Westerman. Coach, you come off of a level 2 win against Marquette, and what physical football is, and that's something that obviously you've always stressed you're a part of and you appreciate is physical football. Just talk about that game and how that's the attitude of this team.
Well, just really proud of the guys continually stepping up and playing a brand of football. You know, we weren't penalized. We had one offensive penalty for 5. That was a focus, and we had one punt, and so we dominated the line of scrimmage and the time of possession as well until we got to the running clock period. So, again, just really proud of the guys on both sides of the football. You know, we limited their run, and we were able to run the football, and I think that was the difference maker.
You're more than 2 hours from home for a road game tonight. You actually haven't coached in a road game since your second season at Bayport. Is that, for the postseason at least, is that something different, or is there things that you can use as an advantage on the road?
I mean, it just is what it is. You know, you just try to be smart, not make a bigger deal about it than it is. So, you know, we stopped partway and did our walkthrough and got the kids up and moving, and thought the kids responded well. I thought they were focused, and so we're ready to play.
And lastly, Coach, obviously you played some kids with some real talent, Fond du Lac in the spring. But you face a quarterback tonight that maybe you've only seen Carter Robinson, James Morgan, some guys throw it around. Is that something on this team that you focus on, or that you, hey, we have to key on this specifically?
Yeah, I mean, he's a real good quarterback. You know, he can really spin the football. They put up all sorts of points, and you know, it's just like always. I mean, we have to limit their big plays. That's how they're going to score, to get plays in a chunk, and not just touchdown chunks, but, you know, you give a 35-yard play in the middle of a drive. I mean, that flips field position, and so limiting their explosive plays, and then, controlling the line of scrimmage and the ball on offense. I mean, that's the same goal every week, so no different. He can really throw it. They got great players. We got great players. So state quarterfinals. I mean, so kids are fired up to play.
Awesome. Best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks, Chris.
Again, that's head coach Gary Westerman. We continue the pregame show after this. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Football. Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill. Zesty's, serving up a full food and frozen custard menu. Now open right across from Bayport High School at 2639 Lineville Road. Offering a different flavor of the day, each day 11 until 9. Try their weekly special baskets or enjoy some of Zesty's awesome, fresh, frozen custard. Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, the finest frozen custard in town.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Townline, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
Hey, let's be honest. You know how it is. If you're a sports fan, there is no such thing as too much sports information. Well, that's just one of the reasons to follow Voice of BP on Twitter. We're talking live tweeting every Bayport broadcast. Don't stop there. Like us on Facebook, because when it comes to Pirate sports, the more ways to get it, the better.
Tonight's Bayport football broadcast proudly supported by Zesty's Frozen Custard Grill, the finest frozen custard in town. The Press Times, your local paper, online source for Pirate Athletics. By Bell and Health, Titletown Sports Medicine Orthopedics. Townline Pub and Grill. By Team Apparel and Specialties. By Synergy Sports Performance. And Doozy Sports Club. By Vandervest Harley Davidson. Advanced Digital. By Bayport Hockey Boosters. By Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialists of Green Bay. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian Food, and Irish Spirit. By B2 Bar and Grill. By Bamer's Bar, see you after the game. By Nicolay National Bank, and by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. Chris and Mike on a Friday night as we get set for Level 3 of the WIAA football season. And it is the Pirates and the Sabres. And this should be another fun one between these two teams that are very familiar at this situation. Franklin has been there many, many times to this level. In fact, Mike, if we go through the years, obviously cancel the COVID year. In 19, level 3. In 2018, level 3. 17, level 3. In 16, state championship, they lost. Level 4 and 15, level 3 and 14. State finals, they lost in 13. They are no strangers to this stage.
No, nor are the Pirates, who have been very successful, obviously, over the last number of years, and so it should be a great football game. It's going to be two different types of football teams. So you heard Coach Westerman talk about just a ground and pound, and that's what they want to do. They're going to want to dominate up front with that offensive line, which they did last week, and really rely on Tevin Montgomery and Blake Bookinger. We've relied to, call them Thunder and Lightning, and obviously Tevin being the Thunder and Blake being the Lightning. And for Franklin, they're going to throw it around a little bit. And they can throw it around. Miles Burkett is 71% in the season. He's thrown it 208 times in comparison to Cole Benson, who's thrown it 121 times. So Cole's 74 for 121. Miles 148 for 208. And so it should be contrasting styles. It's a nice night out here, so I think you'll have a chance to throw the football around a little bit. Bayport a little bit dinged up today. I think JoJo Azur might not play tonight. Obviously, Jaden Montgomery, the IR recruit, he has torn his ACL early on in the season, so he won't be playing tonight. Mason Clark, defensive back, won't be playing. But, teams, that's time of year it is, right? There's injuries in football, and it should be an exciting game here from Franklin.
The Pirates and the Sabres coming into tonight's game have played a couple of teams in their conferences that obviously have made the postseason. From the Southeast Conference, where Franklin is from, Oak Creek, obviously, that's who they beat last week. They defeated Milwaukee Pulaski in week 1, or level 1, and then lost to this conference opponent. Kenosha Bradford fell to Arrowhead in level 1. And the other team in the conference that made it, Racine Horlick, they fell to Kettle Moraine in level 1. As for the FRCC North, teams that made the conference, or from the conference that made it to the postseason, De Pere lost last week to a Hartford team that is now playing Pulaski tonight. Bayport and Pulaski, the only two teams remaining from the level 3 of the WIAA postseason. And Ashwaubenon, they made it. And Ashwaubenon fell to Lux Casco. And West De Pere, I don't remember what happened with West De Pere. Who'd they run into?
That Pulaski.
Oh, right you are. Level 1. Correct.
Try to help you out on that, Chris. You told me you did a lot of homework before this one, obviously.
I'm just making
not
sure
as
you
much
did.
as maybe you should have, but.
Oh, I thought not as much as you did.
Well, I didn't do a lot. I did have a drive down here with you, though, and so did brush up a little bit on that. We've got about 8 minutes here before kickoff, and unique setup here at Franklin. If you've never been here before, they put this field in about 10 years ago. Not a lot of bleacher seating. Press box is quaint, I would describe it as. And so Seth, the clock operator, is sitting approximately 1.5 feet from me tonight. But Seth found out he's from Bondwell. Little trivia there. He's also had Mr. Fisher, Coach Fisher, as a science teacher back in the day. So Mr. Fisher immediately recognized Seth, and we won't even comment the reasons possibly why that might be the case. However, we're having a great time here at Franklin. We appreciate their hospitality. As hopefully, if you're out there, tweet the booth at Bayport High School, at Bayport Radio. Text me if you have my number out there. I'll be happy to give you a shout out. At halftime tonight, we've got Barb Marinelli. So Barb is the grandmother of Sam and Nick Berry. And so Barb's coming from California, I should say Las Vegas, where her husband is the defensive line coach for the Las Vegas Raiders. So it's Alec Ingold from the Raiders last week, and we'll have Barb on at halftime this week. And so it should be a fun halftime. It should be a great football game here from Franklin.
We'll step aside and take another break before we get set for kickoff here from Franklin High School. It is the Pirates and the Sabres coming up. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Football.
Do you have spirit wear to support your team? Do you have apparel to let everybody know who you work for? Team Apparel has you covered. Team Apparel is a leader in screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, trophies, plaques, and awards. With its in-house production, Team Apparel provides fast, quality service at a great price. Let Team Apparel work for you in promoting your business and organization. Visit Team Apparel at North Military Avenue, Green Bay, or at teamapparel.com. At Team Apparel, quality is what we sell you. Service is what we give you.
Anduzzi's, voted Green Bay's best bar 3 years straight, is pumping out some serious fun. And hey, look at there, you're on the guest list. Live and local is how Anduzzi's rolls, with phenomenal live music every week. Time out. Have you been on the patio at Anduzzi's? Full bar, full menu, full service. Inside or out, Anduzzi's is ready for you to come hang out. And with 4 locations, I'm not seeing a viable excuse why we won't see you tonight. Anduzzi's Sports Club, Green Bay East, Green Bay West, Kimberly, and Howard. Online at anduzzi's.com. So what makes Anduzzi's so different? Come and find out.
Synergy Sports Performance is your local athletes training facility. We build for speed, agility, and physical strength to make them better on the field. And we build character to make them better off the field. Work out with us at synergyfields.com.
Do you have any questions or comments? Get involved with the game. Tweet your questions and send your comments to Bayport Radio on Twitter at Voice of BP.
What? Yeah, exactly.
From Jerry Marsh Field at Sullivan Stadium, Franklin High School, as we get set for the Level 3 of the WIAA postseason. Chris, Mike, Alyssa with you on a Friday evening.
T-Bix listening in. Bayport alumni, Tyler Bix, class of 2017. Great to have T listening in like always. He's the first one to chime in tonight, so continue to text us or tweet us at Bayport HS, at Bayport Radio. Give you a little shout out tonight. The crowd's rolling in here, and Bayport with a student section, a couple hundred probably. Hard to see the Sabre student section, but obviously being the home team. They're dressed in red today. They must have some red theme. I'm not sure what that exactly is all about. However, Bayport looks like they have the pajama theme going on over there, so should be a good one here. We've got about 4 minutes till kickoff. The officials have brought the captains out, Chris, and obviously, like in most games, we did not see that. So we will not know who's kicking off and who's receiving until it actually happens. And so sit back, relax tonight. Glad you could be there. It should be a great game here from Franklin High School.
Two teams that we mentioned that necessarily afraid or have not been to these moments. They have 24th appearance in the postseason all time for Bayport, 25th for Franklin. The last year that Bayport did not make the postseason was 2000. The last year that Franklin did not make the postseason was also 2000. So both these teams have been in the playoffs for an extensive period of time.
Yeah, since 2000. No, obviously.
Well, I guess technically Bayport didn't make the playoffs last year, right?
Well, we didn't really have playoffs last year. We'd have to, question if that was actual playoff, but doesn't matter because we're here tonight for level 3. We're down to 8 remaining teams. The winner of this one will take on Appleton North and Kimberly. That should be a great game tonight.
That should be
really
a
good teams.
fantastic game.
I think Appleton's got a North has a shot in that game, even though Kimberly has dominated that series, but they're a very good football team. We'll try to keep you updated on that one. And so it should be a good one tonight. Troy Frisk on the announcing tonight. Yes, the same Troy Frisk that announced at Bayport. The PA announcer at Franklin has COVID. So Troy came down on the bus. So if you hear that familiar voice behind us, however, I don't think you'll hear Troy saying, let's rock this boat, because we happen to be at Franklin. That's the biggest sign I've ever seen right there for the.
That's the Green Monster.
That's a ESPN thing waiting to happen. Waiting for a cheerleader to come out front while the whole team runs through. So they put up a very large banner. And obviously they put Bayport with one word, so right away I'm a little disappointed.
Well, I also see Bayport after Franklin, but that's all right. Hey, I love it.
It's nice.
We come out of the helmet, they come out of the
They come out of
sign.
I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work here.
And now, the home team. Here they are. Your Franklin
Oh boy, so we're in for a long night, Chris. That's all I got to say right now. We're going to laugh a lot. It's going to be a fun one. So we're minutes away here from National Anthem as Franklin gets introduced and runs to the center. Saber is obviously a cat.
A saber cat, yeah.
Saber cat.
Like a dinosaur cat, right? Like, was a saber fictional or a saber?
Well, we maybe could find that out. Alyssa, is a saber a real animal? Is a saber an actual real animal?
Okay,
it's an extinct
yeah,
animal.
so like dinosaur, prehistoric, right?
Alyssa's attended school here at Franklin, so she'll be our expert when it comes to Franklin trivia tonight. So it is a real animal, an extinct real animal.
We'll listen in here for the national anthem from Franklin High School as we get set for kickoff. From Jerry Marsh Field at Sullivan Stadium, at Franklin High School. It's football time in level 3 of the WIAA playoffs. Bayport and their visiting white tops with the navy pants, navy numbers, navy helmets. Franklin and their all blacks. Black jerseys, black helmets, black pants, white numbers with the gold and white accents. As it appears that we will have, I believe Bayport will be doing the kicking according to the personnel out on the field right now, but
we're going to find that out in a little while, Chris. It looks like I think they're going to kick to the Sabres.
So again, tweet the booth. Love to hear from you. Franklin fans, Bayport fans, let us know. Rachel Fontaine out there cheering for Sawyer Stimson. Jaeger Slat, Jaeger, great to have you along. Olivia, Ryan Werner out there. Now, amongst others, Kat and Jeannie anxiously awaiting kickoff and a cast of thousands. Let us know where you might be listening from. Chime in with us from around the state, around the country.
Around the world, Chris. International broadcast.
So we are doing audio only on the Voice of BP broadcast tonight, but we have the video. So this is the Franklin video stream with Bayport announcers.
Conflict of interest there, slightly.
Well, I don't think I'm necessarily the problem.
I would definitely be the problem here. There's no question about that.
I'm Chris Learman with the Voice of BP broadcast. Mike Frieder is the principal at Bayport High School. So for a Franklin fan, you might notice that.
The Pirates will kick, Chris.
Teed up by Bayport's number 14, Cole Depler. Back to receive. It is Logan Matthews and Reese Osgood. And a squib kick up the hash marks by the Pirates. Be scooped up at the 10-yard line. And proceed forward by Matthews. Gets to the 15-20. Flag's going to fly across the 25-yard line as the return is up near the 30. Right side hash mark for the Sabres. But this one looks to be coming back as we will dig in. 11:54. In the opening quarter.
I mentioned the officials were very detail-oriented before the game, and mentioned the clock announcer or the clock runner Seth here that don't be surprised if we see a penalty early on in this game, and we see it on the first play of the game. It's going to be a necessary roughness call on the Sabres, and that's going to push them inside. Looks like inside their 10-yard line, probably about the 9-yard line.
Half the distance to the goal on from the spot of the foul is the infraction.
John and Jean Knoll listening out there on their way to Madison to visit their son Jordan. Say hello to Jordan for us when you see him tonight. Go Pirates, they say. And Kathy Binnon listening and watching along with Ben, it sounds like. Ben's making dinner, doing the laundry. Kathy's just listening in from home. So it should be a good one here. 1st and 10 for the Sabres.
Franklin will come out 3 wide receivers, a tight end and a tailback with Miles Burkett in a stretch run to the right side. And Bayport's going to swarm them under for a loss of a couple as the Sabres offense very potent. And their biggest strength is throwing the ball with the right arm of the senior quarterback, the Dave Craig finalist, 6'2", 210 pounds, Miles Burkett.
Tevin Montgomery on the tackle here. He's got 64 tackles. There's another one for loss. That's his 11th. You also see him play some running back tonight for the Pirates.
Going under center is Burkett from his own 8-yard line. Right side hash as the Franklin Sabres try to go left to right across your radar dial. Computer screen. Play action. Bootleg. Looking deep. And a throw it deep. A man way behind the defense. Caught at the 40. Nobody in front of Keaton Arendt. And Arendt is going to go 92 yards on the second play from scrimmage. Touchdown Franklin Sabres.
Well, Bayport brought the house there and left a running back, or I think it might have been a running back at empty, or a receiver, I'm sorry, number 2, and he got wide open, and they go 92 yards for a touchdown. And just what you heard Coach Westerman talk about, can't give up big chunks of plays, and obviously you can't give up a much bigger one than that as the Sabres strike from 92 yards out, 6-0 Sabres.
Franklin not a very successful run game. Bayport stops the run very well. But Franklin relies on the play action an awful lot, and obviously we see that just a couple plays in. Kick towards the uprights, it is good, and it's 7-0. And we have just 56 seconds off of the opening quarter clock.
Mr. LaCroix listening out there, superintendent of the Howard-Suamico School District.
Craig Bone with us out there, as well as Kurt Barnes and others. We'll try to get to you as the night moves along. If you send us in a note, Becky Callies, the Shooty, Klimmix, watching from Suamico, the Blues from Fort Lauderdale. Send the notes in. We'll try to get to you from both sides tonight.
So Keaton Arndt, 92 yards from Burkett, and the Sabres lead 7-0, just like that, Chris.
Yeah, interesting that that you would play the run, especially consecutive run plays. But I don't play defense.
Nope, neither do I.
That's probably a good thing. Kickoff duties are from Adam Danes, and he will send an end-over-end kick that Bayport will take with Bookinger on his own 6-yard line. Right side hash, proceed forward, 15, 20, outside the numbers, pushed out 25, and the officials are going to spot him near the 25, right at the marker, with 10:59 to go in the opening quarter. Franklin had 2 plays, Mike. They went 91 yards in 50 seconds, and it will be Bayport's first crack with the football.
Yeah, if you're just joining us a little bit late, first play, -2 as Tevin Montgomery comes through and makes a stop, but on 2nd and 12, they go 92 yards, about 40 of that in the air, and about 50 of that with a yards after catch. And now here come the Pirates to try to respond.
Single receiver to left side. Bayport comes out, pistol formation as they typically do, and it will be a run off the right side with Bookinger trying to bounce it out the 30. Sidesteps a guy up across the 31 to the 32, maybe gets the 33, a gain of about 7 yards. First play of the game from scrimmage for Bayport.
Serve the Pirates. That's pretty much what you want to see there on first down, as Bookinger bounces outside, like you said, Chris, and gets 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Great position for the Pirates.
Going to see an extremely talented Franklin team. Obviously, you don't get to level 3 without a lot of talent. So they call it an 8-yard carry. Bayport's going to run the speed option to left side, and Montgomery's going to try to get to the 35. Stood up at the 33, though, and he cannot get out there. Franklin shutting down the speed option left very well. No gain.
Pirates usually don't run that play to Tevin Montgomery, but decided to on that play. That's usually a play that goes to Bookinger. Tevin's more the in-between the tackles guy. Wouldn't be surprised if Tevin would get the ball there, but he's got to run off here. He's got a little equipment issue, and that's going to keep Bookinger on the field.
Third down and 1 from the 34-yard line.
A yard to go for the Bayport offense. They marked the 34, so they give them a gain of 1. 4 down linemen for the Franklin defense. Bayport trying to get it in the middle. Bookinger breaks the initial line to gain, and then gets across the 40, or up near the 40 to the 39. Franklin sends a lot at the line, and if you can get it past the initial squeeze, Bayport's going to have some running room.
Cole Benson here, a little play action. Wouldn't be surprised in the next few plays, as like you said, they are stacking the line of scrimmage right now. And Bayport would have Sam Berry possibly wide open, as he has been a lot this year.
Shotgun. Benson's going to fake the handoff, keep it to the right side, and gets a couple of yards on the first down carry. Miscommunication in the backfield as the snap was taken.
Yeah, Cole kind of ran into him, and now Tevin's got to come off again. He can't fix his shoe right now.
Market a gain of 2 up to the 41. Middle of the field, Bayport try to march from right to left or from south to north as you follow along here in the opening quarter of action. 2 receivers on the right side of the line for the Bayport offense. Tight end to that side as well. Shotgun formation for the Bayport quarterback. They'll shift to Bookinger right side of his QB, the junior, to take the snap, and he's going to hand it off to Bookinger, trying to run a counter right side, and he's going to be swarmed under. A very good pursuit inside for Franklin. The tackle by Carson Walkowiak, the 6'1", 185-pound linebacker.
Pulaski takes an early lead over Hartford. They leave 7-0. We'll try to give you updates of games from all over the area, including the Milwaukee area if you're listening in from Franklin.
It's third down and 6 from the 43-yard line.
Part's going to need 6 to go. They need to get to the 49. They sit at the 43. Receiver to either side of the line. Benson in the shotgun. Pirates already down 7-0. Benson takes a snap. 3-step drop. Minimal pressure. Throw over the middle. And he's got a seam route to Buckiner and the tailback. But there is a flag going to fly back at the original line of scrimmage. Bayport runs the tailback on a seam route. But this will be coming back for a holding penalty. And so cancel the first down.
I talked about it earlier. I said, I think we'll see a lot of flags in this football game, and we've seen 2. And sometimes in a high school game, you don't hardly see 2 in an entire game, but that's a holding call because
the official said so.
That's correct. Huge play there for the Pirates.
Dante's grandma watching in with us. Bob Gleim, Christine Naniat. Marking a 10-yard penalty on the Pirates, so 3rd and 17. A team that doesn't typically pass it all too much to begin with. They're going to be forced into a 3rd and long. And they're going to run it up the middle and swarmed under. In the middle of the play, the tackle coming through is Xavier Judon. Trying to run almost a draw.
Seam route to Blake Booker. They got called back. Huge play on that drive, and the Pirates will now have to punt. Cole Benson, now your punter, as JoJo Azura, usually your punter, not playing in tonight's football game. He's standing on the sidelines. I see him over there, Chris, but I know his hamstring not feeling real good and feel terrible for that young man. Great kid.
So Benson, the Bayport quarterback, into punt, high snap, brings it down, moves forward, and he will get off the right side hash. Back to receive will be Matthews, and he'll take it from his own 30, spinning backwards as he goes to catch it. Gets back to the 35, 40, cuts left, 45, 50, blocker in front, sidesteps a guy in Bayport territory, all the way down to the 41-yard line. Great return of 29 yards by number 23, Logan Matthews.
So Bayport tries to flip the field. They can't, and now Franklin's got a chance to go up and take a 2-score lead in this football game. Things not going the way the Pirates anticipated this.
Yeah, you can't start slow on the road and give momentum as Miles Burkett's going to come back out after throwing a 92-yard touchdown pass to Arndt. 3 receivers bunched to the left side of the line. Burkett in the shotgun. He'll take the snap and sprint out to the left side. Pressure in front of him. Gets it off in the flat. Wide open. A flag does fly, but the grab will be made on the play by Jocks Brooks, the 5'10 sophomore. This play, we'll see what the flag is. He was wide open on the play. It originally will be set up as a gain of 16 yards down to the 24. We will await the flag from this officiating crew.
So Burkett just saw the blitz coming and threw it right into the blitz as nobody was there from the Pirates. That flag came in. You'd assume it's against Franklin, but that's the 3rd flag in this football game tonight. And we've only had 10 plays from the line of scrimmage.
6:02 to go in the opening quarter. Bayport used a little bit of a clock after getting a first down. This is going to be a sideline warning on Bayport. So the completion of 16 yards down to the 24-yard line. Marking a gain of 17. That's going to be 1st and 10 at the 24. You get 1 team warning on the sidelines. After that, it is a 15-yard penalty.
The referee threw the flag about 30 yards on that play. Simply needed to drop it next to him, but decided to test the arm strength there, Chris, and definitely showed that
stay
off.
Loose. 3 wide receivers, a tailback to the right of the quarterback, and it's going to be a fake to
motion
Rivard,
penalty.
and it's going to be a penalty. False start on Franklin. This should be backed up for 5. Hankies active early and often.
Yes, they are. That's the 4th penalty tonight. Seth,
Well,
did I say that might happen tonight? Did I say a lot of penalties possibly? There's going to be a lot more, too, folks. You're going to be here a while.
Jimbo, Justin, and Isaac Force, Tommy, Jackson, Nate, Noah Nazi, Little Newton Lake. Listen along. 2 receivers left, 1 tight to the right.
Burkett, pressure up the middle. He's going to step up. He's going to pull it down and run. Nobody in front. Gets to the 20. Stiff arm as he gets taken out of bounds inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Burkett just sees the Bayport blitz on his right side, scrambles out left, gets away, and he's going to pick up 6 yards. Actually make it a gain of 11 yards because of the 5-yard penalty. 2nd and 4. It's going to be hurry-up offense as well for the Sabres. 2 receivers wide to the right side of the line. Just flip the formation. Play action, throw a slant. Inside will be Arndt to catch it inside the 5. Taken down left side hash. Down at the 3-yard line. Burkett gets the snap, makes one pump, then throws, and an easy pitch and catch with Arndt, who just received his 2nd Division II offer. He's received offers from Upper Iowa as well as Concordia St. Paul. And now Burkett under center. And a run to the left side. Simpson trying to take down the ball carrier. Carry with Terrence Shelton, 6 foot, 178-pound sophomore.
Sims does a nice job on that play as Sawyer steps in there. And Sabres can't run the football, but they sure the heck can pass it right now.
Franklin doesn't huddle much, Mike.
No, they run guys in and off. And
4 wide. Tailback Rivard to left of the quarterback. Burkett brings Arndt in motion to the right. Take the snap, looking right the entire way as he gets hit, throws the ball. And it's tipped at the line of scrimmage, trying to complete a pass while getting drilled by Logan Lisecki, or no, rather Severson in the middle from the Bayport defense with 4:28 to go in the opening quarter.
Michelle and Ray Schneider listening out there, so go Pirates. Michelle works with me at Bayport High School. Glad you're listening. Need a stop right here, Michelle.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Burkett sprint to the right side, looking in the flat, and he's got a man. Beats his guy into the end zone. Touchdown, Sabres. Keaton Arndt, his 2nd receiving touchdown. This one 90 yards shorter than the first, but it's 13-0.
Keaton just stops and then takes it outside, and A.J. Corshane. A.J.'s a little bit dinged up, too. His ankle didn't play much last week, and all of a sudden it's 13-0 here with 4:24 left first quarter. Pirates in a big hole here early.
Extra point coming, and it is good. 14-0.
So Franklin goes 92 yards on 2 plays in the first drive. If you just tuned in, Bayport gets it back. Has a nice drive going, a nice play from Cole Benson to Blake Bookinger to get the ball down to about the 40. However, a holding call pushes the Pirates back, forcing them to punt. Franklin then takes over on a nice punt return, gets it down to the 38-yard line. And 5 or 6 plays later, they're in the end zone. They're throwing the football well. It's 14-0 Franklin here, 4:24 first quarter.
Greg Bolus with us. Great to have you along. Franklin fans, Bayport fans, let us know where you're listening from. Love to have you. Ken Ashman with us, the Kennedy family watching along. Uncle Dan from the Bradley Bow Camp. We have the audio only on the Bayport stream, but this is the Bayport audio over the Franklin video. If you're trying to watch with us on YouTube, go to the Franklin Sabre, look for Franklin Sabre football, and you'll be able to find the level 3 football game. 4:24 to go in the opening quarter. 14-0. Sabres out front early, and then a onside kick to the near side. That's going to be caught down the sidelines, fumbled up, and it's going to be Franklin football as they steal one. They go with an onside kick that is lifted down the right sideline, and the outside gunner for the Sabres beats everybody, catches it in midair, and he slides out of bounds at the 32.
The question I have is, can you catch a kick in midair? I think they're going to ask that question, right? Can you catch a kickoff in midair? I'm guessing you can. The kick was perfect, Chris.
That's beautiful.
If you're listening, he kicks it just within.
That was a Miles Burkett throw down the sideline.
And it just happens to land right in the hands of a Franklin player. So now they're going to decide and say, play on. I think that's what they were discussing.
Unbelievable. from the Bayport 32. So this is a chance to get out of hand early. Bayport offense picked up 1 first down and punted. 4 receivers to left for Burkett. As he'll take the shotgun snap, empty backfield. Looking left, under pressure, flushed up to the right, stepping up, still looking to throw. Near side, it's going to be completed. He's got Brooks, the receiver, coming back to it at the 21-yard line. Mark it a gain of 11, and that'll be enough to move the sticks.
Pirates not getting much penetration just with their down 4 there as Nate Forstick tried to get a hand up in there and simply jump up. He's 6'7", but Burkett makes a nice play, and it's first down Sabres as they got it rolling here with a chance to go up 3 scores early.
21-yard line, 2 receivers left, single to the right, and they're going to blow this one dead before it happens, and it might be, is it a timeout or a penalty? What do we have here?
It's a penalty.
Dead ball. It will be a false start on Franklin. That's their 3rd penalty already. Bayport has a penalty and a sideline warning. You get 1 warning before the second one is dinged to 15-yarder. With 4:13 to go in the opening quarter.
Bayport had that big holding call, too, in that first drive, Chris, that forced them into a punting situation. Right now, everything going Franklin's way.
Jane and Mo Ankney listening from Portland, Oregon. Great to have you along with us. Pulaski 7-7 at the end of the first. 2 receivers left, 1 on the right. Bring a man in motion. Burkett on 1st and 15. Franklin hasn't been able to run the ball well. Play action, looking to the flat. Nope, looking for a post banner. Far side, diving across the middle, inside the 5, and the grab is made at the 1-yard line. Reese Osgood, the 6'1" senior.
Great catch by Osgood there as he comes across, and Burkett kind of throws that one a little bit short, but Osgood makes the catch. I didn't think Osgood thought he might have caught that football as he kind of was disappointed, but I think it was maybe more staying on his feet and getting in the end zone. And so once again, the Sabres threatening here for their 3rd score in the first quarter.
At the 5, try the left side, and it's going to be a quick to it. Schulten, the carry, trying to get the edge. Picks up 2 down to the 3. 2nd and goal for the Franklin offense. Again, they never huddle. They look to the sideline. And in this situation, Burkett's going to duck under center. I formation. Tight end left, 2 receivers left. Single wide out. That's Brooks to the right. Move a man in motion. And they're going to try the right side running again. Diving Shelton past the 1 to the goal line. Touchdown, Franklin Sabres. 20 points on the board, and we are not even 9 minutes gone.
Right now, everything going Franklin's way. The only thing, Chris, a lot of time left in this football game. Bayport's got to get the ball back and get a score. This one, like you said, could get out of hand in a hurry, and it's gotten out of hand in a hurry. Has a great onside kick. Gutsy call by Franklin, and they go up now 21-0, and the Pirates are standing on the sidelines a little colder than they were 9 minutes ago. So, Chris, 21-0. Franklin has scored on all 3 of their possessions, if you're just tuning in. 92 yards. Then on a short field, about 38 yards, and then recently now with an onside kick that they convert on. And Bayport really struggling defending the pass. The run, however, not a problem, but right now Bayport needs to get something on the board on this drive and make this a 2-possession game. Joe trying to update the Twitter universe out there. Not great Wi-Fi here in the press box, but we're trying to make it work for you.
Love to hear yet where you're listening from. We'll try to get to you. Trying to update social media. And a kick this time. It's going to be back, and Montgomery will take it from his own 5. Tevin up the middle, 15-20. Squirts through, 25-30. Trying to break an ankle tackle. He cannot as he gets up to the 35-yard line. Bayport's going to take over. Mike, they're in a hole, 21-point hole with 3:05 to go. First quarter.
Bayport, you got to be patient. You got to do what you do well, which is run the football. They did that in their first drive. Penalties are really what hurt them. And then had to kick the football. Special teams has been suspect at best at this point for the Pirates, but simply to calm down here, relax, and get a good drive here. 3:05, first quarter down 21-0.
Benson, a handoff to Buckner, trying to shake in the middle. Right side hash, up across the 35 to the 37. Marking a gain of 2 on the first down carry. Yeah, you've only had one possession, and it was ended because of a holding call. You just have to play you.
Yeah, there's plenty of time in this football game, but obviously Bayport needs to score the football and stop Franklin. And from what we've seen up to this point, running the football, fine. Throwing the football, no way. Bayport not getting a pass rush, and Burkett just picking them apart with some great plays by the receivers.
2 receivers left. That is Barry, slot left. After they mark it, a gain of 3 on first down. Montgomery hesitates left side, cuts back right across the 40, getting up to the 41, mark of the 42, trying to go back to the right side hash, as he is going to be 3 yards shy of the yard line to gain. It's third down.
Tevin keeps on exchanging plays with Blake Bookinger, so now a big player. It's 3rd and 3. You'd have to think the Pirates might look for that quick option play to try to get a first down. Under 2 minutes here, first quarter.
Yeah, this might be 4-down territory the rest of the way things have started for Bayport. Buckner left side, trying to squirt through. An arm tackle, stood up, and the first guy to the ball is the commit to St. Thomas, Daniel Martins, a defensive player of the year, linebacker of the year last year, and a top 5 finalist for the Jim Leonard Award.
I think if you're Coach Westerman, knowing him, it's Tevin Montgomery going to run in this play, and they are going to run a play here. I would think, however, might they just simply try to draw him off sides? I don't think so. I think the Bayports have to make a statement here and at least get a first down and keep this drive going.
Pirates need a yard, and they are going to go out of the shotgun. Smith family watching from Crandon, and they're going to try to power right with the quarterback. Benson needed a yard. He's going to get it across the guard, across the 45, up to the 46. Mark at the 47. Needed 1, picked up 3. That's going to move the sticks.
Nice run there by Cole Benson in between the tackles, and that's what the Pirates need to do. We talked about that coming in. Now they're down 21-0, but still a lot of time. Ground and pound is how they want to play football, but wouldn't be surprised if you see Sam Barry here on first down.
Franklin scored. Bayport punted. Franklin scored again, then recovered an onside, and boom. You turn on the game. It's a 3-score game. We don't have offsides on the near side end. It almost looks like it. Benson stopped in the backfield as he tries a speed option. He's going to be swarmed under for a loss of 4.
And nobody there to pitch it to, and the right end from Franklin. We got a perfect view of this. He's offsides, Chris.
Yeah, I think on the near end, 84, Cooper Camley might not be lined up onsides. Dylan Palace. End of 1 from Franklin High School. 21-0. You listen to Bayport Pirate Football.
Welcome to Bell & Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, where we've taken the best of sports medicine and orthopedic care and placed it where the world can find it, in the Titletown district next to Lambeau and in a league of its own. At Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, we've made sure every aspect of your experience feels like a home field advantage, with elite care from the same Sports Medicine's fellowship physicians who treat the world's best athletes. So whether you're an athlete who wants to get back in the game or someone who just wants to get back to life with less pain, Titletown is where your comeback begins. Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics from Bell & Health. We write comeback stories. Learn more at bellin.org/Titletown.
You're listening to Bayport Pirates Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
12 minutes in the books, and it is all Sabres, 21-0. John Weber, John McNamara watching along with us as Bayport's going to face 2nd and 14 after a loss of 4. Ran a speed option, nobody to pitch it to. Receiver left hand, right in the formation, tight end to the right side of the line. Cole Benson takes the snap, play action looking deep, throwing down the middle, and it's Sam Breiter, the fullback, with nobody around. He's got inside the 30, 35, and down to the 19-yard line.
Hey, what a catch by Sam Breiter down the middle of the field. The fullback kind of straight down the field, so difficult catch to make as you're not coming from an angle. Ryder makes the catch and brings it inside the 20-yard line. Bayport's got something going here at the 18-yard line, just what they needed, a score here to get back in this football game.
So Bayport into the red zone for the first time tonight on offense. Mark at the 18, the fullback fly, just like they drew it up, right? Kimberly owns the fly patterns of fullbacks and tight ends. Winner of this one gets the winner of Appleton North and Kimberly. Speed option left, pitch it out, trying to get it to Sam Barry, and he's going to be ducked under for a loss of 2. I've often wondered if teams are going to come up and be able to stop that play. It seems a lot easier. Franklin's making it look really easy.
Usually only see that play to Blake Bookinger. We've seen it now to Sam Barry and to Tevin Montgomery. Tevin back into the game now, the big fullback, the sophomore. Bookinger and Montgomery, both sophomores in the backfield. So 2nd and 12, definitely 4-down territory for the Pirates.
Mark Warzinger is with us, listening in. 2nd and 12, Bayport push back to the 20 as they try to march to the right. Benson handed off to Montgomery, trying the left side of the line. Battling forward, pushed into defensive line, back to the original line of scrimmage. But it's going to bring up 3rd and 10, as now in a big passing situation. Franklin starting to rotate in some players to play both ways. Keaton Arndt, again, has a couple of touchdown catches already. He's going to come in and play defensive back.
This is when usually you see that play to our tight end, Forstek, who kind of runs that opposite Cole Benson here into the corner of the end zone. We'll see if they run that play here to Forstek on 3rd and 10.
Logan Matthews defends the bottom of the screen as he's across from Sam Barry, Bayport's number 1 wide receiver. Play action, rolling out is Benson. May pull it down and throw it, or run it. He's going to, and gets decked to the 15, and it's going to be 4th and 7. He rolled out, felt like he's going to try to run it, and now it's going to be 4th down, and Bayport needs to get to the 8-yard line.
So Pirates with a little momentum here, and now a 4th down play. Huge play for the Pirates as we're inside 9 minutes and 30 seconds here, second quarter.
Big blow delivered by Jake Barrett, a John Anderson finalist, top 5 senior linebackers in the state of Wisconsin. Bayport was the most physical team that Marquette saw all year long in his disposal of the Hilltoppers last week. Franklin is matching that, what Bayport offers. Again, they need 7. Benson roll out to the left, looking back right, throws it, tight end wide open. It's going to be picked off inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. A tackle made by Forstek, but waiting back on it, making the interception, 34, Carson Walkowiak, and the senior linebacker will end the drive with 9:06 to go before halftime.
That's that throwback pass I talked to Forstek, and that play was really well covered. Didn't really matter how well Cole threw that ball. 3 guys out there, didn't have much of a choice, so it's 4th down. Pirates turn it over, and now Franklin back with the football.
At their own Market 4-yard line. Well, they've been backed up once tonight, and they had a 92-yard touchdown pass. 2 receivers tight to the right, 1 wide to the left. Burkett goes under center, and he's going to play action in his own end zone. Looking down the field, move in, throws it far sideline, and there are 2 Bayport defensive backs. Great coverage on Reese Osgood. Osgood just got his first Division I offer from Valparaiso.
Hartford leads Pulaski 14-7. 5:26 left in the first half, according to Scott Vincey.
First quarter, Bayport 24 yards, Franklin 174.
92 on that second play. And Franklin took a shot there, as they can when you're up 21-0 from your end zone.
Osgood, the receiver to the left, tight behind his own man. Burkett again. This time they're going to hand it off to the left side. Break a tackle across the 5-10, up near the 15-yard line. It's going to be a first down. Gain of 11 as the Sabres try the left side of the line.
Tommy Hall could have been a touchdown saving tackle there, as Bayport's got the box crammed, and now it's first down for Franklin, and they just want to run clock. Don't really need to throw it, but from what we've seen so far, Chris, I'd throw it a lot.
Shane Grosskreitz watching from Amherst, the Baines family. Both girls home for the weekend.
Outstanding.
3 receivers. Burkett takes the shotgun snap. Flushed right. Looking to dump one over the middle and a diving grab. It's Osgood. Great grab up to the 24-yard line, a gain of 9. Boy, we haven't seen too much for the touchdown pass to Arendt in the first possession was a wide open receiver, but I don't know if we've seen a receiver that can move and throw like Burkett. We talked about Carter Robinson from Appleton North and James Morgan. Obviously, Morgan's in the NFL right now. We've seen some good quarterbacks. Burkett committed to the University of Wisconsin. Madison, throw to the near side, fading away, and he's got the grab. Tight end on the flat, Wade Meisner, 6'2 sophomore, up across the 29 to the 30-yard line.
That's a really good throw right there by Burkett as he's falling off his back foot. That's an out pattern. Showed some serious arm strength on that play. Bayport needs a stop in a bad way here as we're under 8 minutes here in the second quarter.
Logan Van Lannen watching along with us. Great to have you along, Logan. Jesse Thomas and Sarah Thomas watching from the comfort of their couch. Fire here in Suamico. Play up the middle for the Sabres. Going to pick up 5 to the 35. Big Tim welcomes us to Franklin, watching in Rick's Garage. Watching from Wanakee, Amber Vegut.
Good to have people from both teams listening in tonight.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you're enjoying the game no matter where you're located tonight.
If you want to tweet at us, at Voice of BP or at Bayport HS. Bayport broadcast over the Franklin video feed for you. Rivard trying the right side. Bayport's going to storm him under after he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Trying the outside on a little stretch play. Brings up 3rd and 5. And the Sabres, they haven't really been in third downs all too often tonight.
No, they haven't, but they're being patient now, trying to run the ball and run some clock.
You can let us know where you might be listening from. Try to get to you, Denise Baker-Smith.
Great to have Logan Van Lannen out there listening, one of my favorite kids. Had an awesome baseball season with him last year in the dugout a few times.
Burkett, a clean pocket. Now he's going to step up and run. Gets past Montgomery and then slides forward across the 40, up to the 41. Just great protection on the outsides. The offensive line for Franklin, led by the Joe Thomas finalist, Chad Schuster. 6'6", 286. He's committed to Syracuse.
Kimberly goes ahead 10-7 against Appleton North. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game.
Tim Sheedy tells me that Pulaski might get run out of their game too. Stretch to the left side, it's Rivard coming up trying to fill the Pirates. They can't get there. Rivard across the 45, up to the 48-yard line, 7 yards. Franklin, if they could start reeling it off on the ground, things might get real ugly.
Well, now Bayport's defense has been out there a majority of this first half, and they're already down a few players in Mason Clark and JoJo Azur. JoJo, outstanding football player, would make a huge difference in this game as he can simply rush the passer.
3 yards to go to the sticks. Play action. Burkett throws a quick comeback, an RPO run pass option. Throw near side. Jocks Brooks is going to be ushered out of bounds. Inside Bayport territory. Inside the 40 and down to about the 36-yard line.
So right now Franklin's doing either way they want, on the ground or through the air. Bayport not getting in much pressure, and Burkett just picking apart the Pirates at this time.
Mark at the 35.
Kim Shefchik out there listening. Watching with her husband Brad, I'm sure.
Burkett play action, looking
deep. It's going to be a holding penalty on
Lissette.
that play.
Bayport's going to get to the quarterback, throw it on the field near side. It's going to be incomplete. A diving play down the near sideline as Burkett gets hit by a couple of players. Bayport getting home with Stimson and Lisensky.
Well, there's not a holding call on that play because
the officials didn't call that one.
Lisecki coming around the right end there, but no call made on that play as I kind of got a post in my way here in the upgraded press box that we're currently sitting in.
I just got to put the disclaimer. Mike and I combined over 40 years of officiating experience.
Correct, and we'll be doing more tonight. That includes the 8 years together on the air.
I got my first basketball game coming Monday, actually.
Ooh.
Burkett play action, rolling up to the right, looking for a screen. Throw it back to left side. Rivard shakes the tackle. Gets down to the 31-yard line. Just a simple throwback screen to the halfback, and he shook the first guy. Otherwise, it would have been a loss. Instead, it's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd and 6.
Well, they run some pretty complicated passing schemes. Bayport not used to that, and there's a great play. And Kevin Montgomery with a chance there, read that play well, but slipped that one. Now big 3rd and 7-yard play. You assume 4-down territory here for Franklin.
3 receivers right, 1 to left. Burkett one hand catches the snap, and he throws it to the wide side of the field. That's where he's got his man Arndt, and Keaton again. Boy, he's going to have a career night.
Well, the Pirates only rushing a couple players and a number of D-backs in the game. However, they still can't stop Franklin as they're 90-plus possibly on this drive.
Franklin Sabres team that again has been to this level and beyond a lot. Burkett trying the right side with Rivard, and he's going to get a couple. At halftime, Barbara is with us.
Barb Marinelli
Grandma
is with us.
Barbara. She is the wife of an NFL football coach, the grandma of a couple Bayport players, Nick and Sam Berry, and she is the mother-in-law of another football coach. Bayport obviously has Nick and Sam, their dad, Jill, their mom, Chris. That's her mom.
Mr. Berna also over at the Shefchick house, it appears. Pictures being sent to
Burkett
us.
play action, sprint to the left side. Stimson chasing him, throw off 1 foot far side into the end zone. Arndt in the goal line. Touchdown, Franklin Sabres.
Right now, Bayport just can't stop them. Man-to-man coverage. And these receivers are really impressive for Franklin.
26 yards. Arndt. For his career, Miles Burkett has just thrown his 66th touchdown pass.
Well, they've been really impressive tonight.
Extra point is good. 28-0.
So the Pirates, right now, no answers for the offense of Franklin as it's 28-0, 3:46 left here, second quarter.
Bennett Berg listening along with Laura Hollister.
Bennett, shout out to you. Future Pirate coming our way. Laura works with me in the front office, does a great job for us. Bennett, we need a little luck right now. Bennett broadcast the baseball game with us.
Yep, broadcaster for a day.
Last year, remember I wanted Bennett to do an inning, and he had to go to the bathroom quickly at that point.
Yep, he was color, then play-by-play came.
You do the play-by-play stuff. It gets a little bit more difficult. That's why you do it, Chris. So Pirates looking for some type of response here to finish off this half. As it's 28-0 if you just tuned in. Bayport has not stopped Franklin, and the Pirates have not moved the ball effectively on offense except for one play.
Kickoff will take Montgomery from his own 5, right side hash, 10. Proceeds weaving forward, 15, 20, 25. He'll be taken down on the play. Nice open field tackle by Daniel Martins. Bayport's going to take over. 3:39 before half.
Now the Pirates are in a territory they haven't been in obviously all year and really haven't been in this situation in a long time. It's 28-0, and we're one score from running clock in the second half, Chris. Bayport now needs to score, needs to do it fairly quickly, at least to get a score here before this half.
Bayport run up the middle with Buchaner, trying to sidestep a guy across the 30 up to the 31, a gain of 5. As we tick down to 3.5 minutes till halftime.
Mike Jamison listening out there, cross-country coach extraordinaire, as he's wants to tell me that he was not invited to Shefchick's.
Oh.
With Mr. Berna, but he's listening for deer camp up in the Northwoods. And so he says, go Pirates. Mike wrapped up his last season coaching cross-country for the Pirates this year, 32 years.
Incredible.
And 34 as our track coach, legendary. Glad he's listening in tonight.
Low snap, handoff to Buchaner, trying the right side, and he's going to get up across the 32 to the 33. Bayport's going to need 3 on the upcoming 3rd down as we roll under 3 minutes till halftime.
You know, Franklin's probably the first team that's loaded the box, and Bayport's still not able to move the ball. Usually Bayport could do that or had a way to do that with throwing the football, but Franklin really tough up front and making it very difficult on the Pirates tonight.
Barry wide right, to the left goes O'Connell. Shotgun as shifting on the defensive line for Franklin. They're going to try to run Benson left. He needed the 36, gets to the 37. Quarterback power forward. He's got enough to move the sticks. 1st and 10. Amy Klemp out there. Lucas Nader, the Nader family, and Grandpa cheering on 84 from Swamico.
So under 2 minutes here, the Pirates trying to get something on the board here to close out the half. They will get the football to start the second half. So possibly a 2-for-1 deal here for the Pirates, but the first they need is the 1, and they haven't done that at all yet tonight.
Benson play action in the backfield, looking deep, and he's going to throw it up for Cooper. O'Connell's going to have to come back. It's going to be a jump ball, simultaneous catch, and who's got it? One official points to Franklin, so does the other. It's going to be interception. Keaton Arndt.
All right, if we announce his name a couple times
Touchdown,
tonight,
touchdown, pick.
That ball looked like almost simultaneous catch, but the officials looked at each other and gave it to Franklin. It appeared to be the correct call there, as I think it was Arndt who had his hands on the football first. And now Franklin with 1:35 left and 3 timeouts, a lot of time for this team here to go 80 yards, and they've been unbelievably explosive here on offense in the first half.
The Jocks family listening to watch it along with us as Franklin has a chance with 1:35, Mike mentioned, till halftime. Burkett scrambling around, gets hit as he throws, still throws it to the far side. Sidestepping man is going to be Jocks Brooks. And he's going to get across the 33-yard line up to the 34. And the slowest the Sabres are going to move is when they have to move the sticks for a first down.
This is the best group of receivers I've seen play high school football in quite some time.
It's not just 2 guys. There are weapons abound. Burkett again. Good protection. Trying to step up. He's going to try to get around 1. Taken down. Slides down after a gain of 2. And a timeout will be taken for the Franklin Sabres. Head coach Lewis Brown to take the timeout. 1:06 left in the half as Franklin at their own 36.
Wow, they're giving away candy bars here at Franklin.
Mike's going down,
so good
Mike's
right
going
now.
down to the club.
They need singles. I think I'm commenting on that one, Chris. We're just going to keep dancing the game at this point.
Franklin, that's their first timeout.
1:06 left in the second quarter. So looking for free candy bars here in Franklin.
Lee Crumpos watching along with us. The Pigeon family watching along with us.
Outstanding. Debbie out
of
there.
the timeout, Burkett, great protection again. It's going to be Arndt across the middle, across the midfield stripe. Keaton, he's going to have a fumble. And is Bayport going to get on top of it? It's Landon Gauthier with the ball, and it is Bayport football.
So Pirates for the first time get a break, and Franklin's looking at them that they can't believe it.
Well, the one official is going to come in from the Franklin sideline. Bayport football.
Bayport football. So a break for the Pirates, 28-0, 57 seconds left. The Pirates with a chance possibly to get on the board.
Bayport trying the left side with Bookinger.
Chris, we found Grandma Barbara. She's here.
That might be the
Welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here tonight.
Thanks for having. Thanks for coming.
That might be the best Bayport news of the night right now.
Right, this is it. This is going to be the good luck charm here with 33 seconds left.
Throw to Cooper O'Connell near side. He's going to get up to midfield. That's where Bayport needs the line to gain is the 50. They're going to call it the 49.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, they come in? Yeah, you bet. You bet. Yeah.
Now, Bayport's going to still have a 3rd and 1.
So Pirates looking for something here. We got guests coming in, Glore. We've got, I think, Joe Barry left us. We interviewed him once earlier. So Packer defensive coordinator in the house tonight, watching his son play, Sam.
Send a man in motion, booking her up the middle, squeezes the 45, down to the 42, 24 seconds left. Bayport does have all 3 timeouts, and they're going to take one here, marking the 41-yard line.
And we'll have our halftime guest, Barbara Marinelli. Barbara is the grandmother of Nick and Sam, who joined Bayport last year, and was great to get to meet Nick and Sam. Sam having an outstanding football season, and Nick a little dinged up with his back, but 2 great kids. And I know, Barbara, you've listened to our broadcasts, and it's awesome. We're glad to have a lot of people out there listening. Wish the results were a little bit different tonight, but love to get a score here before the half. And you never know how this would work in football. You've probably watched a few football games in your day. We'll talk about that maybe a little bit at halftime.
She just watched her 10th one tonight.
So Pirates looking to get something here in the end zone with 24 seconds left.
41-yard line for Bayport. They'll have 2 timeouts left. They're down 28-0. Receiver left and right. Send O'Connell in motion. Snap to Benson. Quarterback blast left side, falling forward. Down to the 35. Boy, great play staying home is going to force Bayport to take a timeout. Jack Barretts, the 6'4", 218-pound linebacker, staying home when everybody else went around the line. Bayport tried to get a huge chunk play up the middle. They're going to be at the 35, and they're only going to have 1 timeout left, 19 seconds before half. Chris and Mike with you on a Friday evening. We are the Bayport radio broadcast. We're doing the radio broadcast on our normal stream, and then our audio is being included on the Franklin video feed. So we are on both. If you're a Franklin fan, hey, we'd love to hear where you're still listening from, whether you're cheering for the Sabres or the Pirates. But that is why that we might be a Bayport faithful, if you will.
I think it'd only be appropriate here, Chris, if we go Cole Benson to Sam Barry here for a touchdown, probably, right? Makes sense to me at this point.
Barry's a single receiver to the right side of the line, down part of your screen if you're watching along with us. Benson looking, throws in the flat, and it's over the head of the 6'1" senior. Incomplete, 3rd and 5. Nicolay Bank proudly supports high school sports across the state of Wisconsin. They know that a strong high school helps build a strong community, as does Great Community Bank. Visit a branch near you, nicolaybank.com, to learn more. Real people, real conversations, Nicolay Bank. 15 seconds till half. 3rd, and they mark it 3rd and 4.
Pirates still with 1 timeout left, so still can go in the middle of the field here and get a timeout and make something happen. Probably 2 or 3 plays left here in the first half for the Pirates.
Barry left, O'Connell right. Bayport just 2 receivers as they go all the time. Nope, not much more than that. And Benson's going to throw up a duck towards the goal line. It's going to be picked off by Arndt. No, he's going to drop it inside the 10. So sprint
Arndt,
to your left. Try to
catching
throw
things all over the place tonight and drop that one at D-back. He's got 3 touchdowns in the first half.
And he might have had a clientele of blockers in front of him had he brought that in.
Mute point at this point, Chris.
4th and 4.
The official comes over and has a conversation with the Franklin coaching staff, probably just saying hello to each other. They want 9 on the game clock.
It was 8.
Seth, I told you we're going to have a lot of flags, and the refs are going to be quite particular tonight.
Pirates need the 31. They sit at the 35. Tight end right, receivers left and right. Cole Benson 4 yards behind his center. Send a man in motion, and it's going to be Benson to the right side. Blocking in front. It's going to be a false start on Bayport. Well, they had a fullback to block the linebacker. Nobody else in the hole. But it's going to be 4th and 9.
That'll keep the clock at 9 seconds. Seth doing a great job here from Bondwell. So one play left here before we end the first half. At halftime, Barbara Marinelli will be our guest. Glad to have her here from Vegas. A little colder here, Barbara, than it is in Vegas. Very nice. I just came from Arizona yesterday. Oh, so you know. I was in Arizona for a few days, so 84, beautiful out. Came back here, but it's beautiful tonight, actually. It's nice out.
4th and 9. Benson flips the screen to the left. Tunnel screen underneath. Incomplete. 6 seconds left, and now Burkett's going to have a couple heaves to the end zone.
I think they take a knee here, Chris, and get to halftime. If you're Franklin, don't want to get anybody hurt. Franklin's dominated this first half up 28-0. The Pirates will get the football, though, to come out in the third quarter.
Yes, they are going to come out in what you would consider victory formation. What will go down as a loss of 6 yards.
I called that one.
And halftime it is. We'll step aside, take a break. 28-0. Sabres all over the Pirates. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Football.
Anduzzi's, voted Green Bay's best bar 3 years straight, is pumping out some serious fun. And hey, look at there, you're on the guest list. Live and local is how Anduzzi's phenomenal live music every week. Time out. Have you been on the patio at Anduzzi's? Full bar, full menu, full service. Inside or out, Anduzzi's is ready for you to come hang out. And with 4 locations, I'm not seeing a viable excuse why we won't see you tonight. Anduzzi's Sports Club, Green Bay East, Green Bay West, Kimberly, and Howard. Online at anduzzi's.com. So what makes Anduzzi's so different? Come and find out.
Synergy Sports Performance is your local athletes training facility. We build for speed, agility, and physical strength to make them better on the field. And we build character to make them better off the field. Work out with us at synergyfields.com.
If a training run turns into a sprained ankle or spring yard work stresses out your shoulder, go to the Acute Injury Clinic at Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Specialist. It's not urgent care. It's not the ER. It's the same-day orthopedic care directly from an orthopedic physician, and no appointment is needed. The Acute Injury Clinic at OSMS is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 2223 Lime Kiln Road in Green Bay. Learn more at osmsgb.com.
Hey, let's be honest. You know how it is. If you're a sports fan, there is no such thing as too much sports information. Well, that's just one of the reasons to follow Voice of BP on Twitter. We're talking live tweeting every Bayport broadcast. And don't stop there. Like us on Facebook, because when it comes to Pirate sports, the more ways to get it, the better.
We are back at Franklin High School in round 3 of the WIAA state football playoffs, and the Pirates trail 28-0 to the Franklin Sabres. Franklin has been tough on offense. Onside kick also set them up to score a touchdown. Pirates could not score there at the end of the half. It's 28-0. The Pirates will get the ball to start the second half, and they see if they can get something going there in the second half. And I'm joined at halftime here by Barbara Marinelli. How are you doing, Barbara?
I'm doing great. It's an honor and a pleasure to be up here with you.
Now, you've been a listener.
I've been a listener the whole season. It's been exciting that, we're out in outside of Las Vegas, that we get a chance to be a part of it. I've been here, this is my 3rd game.
Okay.
But it's still, when we can't be here, it's great. My husband and I sit down Friday afternoon, 5 o'clock in our time. So we sit down and listen, watch the game.
And so did you have to buy a coat? I mean, if you're living in Vegas and now you have to come to Wisconsin.
Don't forget, Rod was the coach at Detroit.
Right.
And also at the Bears.
So you've got the wardrobe.
I've got a lot of them. A lot of coats. They used to say you need coats for cool, cold, and really cold. So I'm covered.
Yeah, a little background. Sam and Nick Berry, who play for the Pirates. Those are your grandkids.
Yes.
And so you're in Vegas, and
Yeah.
so you listen into our broadcast, and you've been texting Chris and tweeting us. And last week we said,
hey, how would you like to be on at halftime and talk a little football?
Yes.
And talk about the fact when your husband
Yes.
currently coaches for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Correct.
We had Alec Ingold on last
Yes.
week. Alec, current player for the Raiders, who's from Bayport. So kind of a crazy stuff going on here.
You'd be amazed when you run into people on the way over here. The people, they grew up not too far from where Rod and I grew up in California. It's just, and they're grandparents. So it's, that's the way it is.
Well,
You'd
when
be
we
surprised.
had Joe on earlier, he kind of took us through like all the places that he's lived because he's a football coach. And he kind of compared to, they thought he lived in a military family. He moved around so much. Can you kind of share with us during the course of your football life all the places that you've been over the years?
Well, Rod and I went to high school together.
Oh,
we
wow.
met in our senior year, and we got married. Then he went to Vietnam, and he came back and then finished. He was recruited by the University of Utah and played there, but then went into the Army. Vietnam. Then when he came back, he went to a smaller college and then went back to the high school we went to and coached there for a few years. Then his first job was at Utah State. He went there for free, and we were the football parents of the dorm. And so, and I'm like a few years older than they are. I'm like, well, these guys are pretty good looking, and so, and from there, he just worked his way up. Then eventually went to Cal Berkeley, and we were there with Joe Cap.
Wow.
And then Bruce Snyder, who was our coach at Utah State, he came over. Then we went to Arizona State, then USC for a year, and then Tony Dungy got the head job at the Buccaneers, and he asked Rod to come and join him there. And we were there for 10 years with Tony and then John Gruden.
Okay.
Then Rod went to Detroit, became the head coach there for 3 years. Then we went to the Chicago Bears with Lovie Smith for 4 years. Then we went to, of all places, Dallas Cowboys. And my husband said, we're going to the Cowboys. I go, Dallas, that was never on my radar. But we were there for 7 years, and it was a great 7 years. And then Jason Garrett got fired. So Mike McCarthy came in and brought his people in, and then we went back to Vegas. It was a great chance for us because our youngest daughter, she has 2 restaurants. Now she has 2. One restaurant in Vegas, and then another steakhouse she just opened up.
Oh, wow, cool.
So, and at that time, Joe was with the Rams. So we thought, great, I get in the car, drive and see them 4 hours away. What? COVID? And then, boom, he's off and running with the Green Bay Packers. So it's been great.
You have 2 children, is that correct?
2 daughters, yes.
How many grandchildren?
Just the 4 that Chrissy has.
Just the 4.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's great.
Yeah.
What's it like not knowing, like, from 1 year to the – I've been at Bayport 27 years, and so I live a mile away. I haven't moved. Well, what's it like, in that profession, not knowing what's going to happen to you the next year?
I think you always can kind of feel it during the year. Okay, things are good. I think we're going to make it again. But then you always kind of know, but is your husband going to want to go get promoted or whatever? And we were very fortunate and very blessed. But I remember our very first job when he went to Utah State. I was born and raised in California, Los Angeles, and then the Valley. And when I went to Logan, I said, this is a California girl. This will never work. 50,000 people in the whole county, and it was really small. But to this day, it's probably still one of my favorite places we ever lived. It was the best, Just had a lot of fun there and everything. And then, of course, Chrissy, our daughter who's married to Joe, she just, grew up in it. So both our girls, that's all they know is football. And it's been great. I think it really opened my eyes to say there's so many beautiful places in this country to live. And had it not been for football, I don't know. My family, a lot of it still live in California. They've never moved out of there. So.
And here you are in Wisconsin tonight.
My very good friends, the Mariucci's.
Yes, sure.
So when he was here as the quarterback coach,
right,
I came out to visit because we were together at Cal Berkeley.
Oh, okay.
And so, and I'm godmother to their daughter, so, I came out here and visited her, and so I was familiar with Green Bay and everything.
Well, Steve Mariucci, a Yooper.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And ironically,
Iron Mountain.
And Roy Brown, who lives in Howard, coached football for Bayport probably about 10, 15 years ago, Roy. Roy was Steve Mariucci's roommate.
Oh, my gosh.
In the UP.
Really?
So
okay.
you ask
I will.
Steve about Roy Brown.
I'll send her a text
and I think,
when I'm done.
it was Tom Izzo
Oh, yeah.
Mariucci, and so I've heard some of those stories over the years too. So
Yeah, Tom and Steve are still.
It's
I'm
definitely a
sure Roy
small
too, but
world.
He and Tom, I know, are still best friends.
So coming here and watching Sam play, what's your feeling as a grandmother
it's
watching this?
I know how difficult it was for them to make, because March, Joe gets a job. Boom. Chrissy says, "Pack up, you're leaving," because they didn't have football in California in the fall. So, and they were injured the year before, so they were missing 2 crucial years. And then she found out Bayport was going to have fall football in the spring. So she packed them up, and they're like, well, wait a minute, you don't have time to digest it or anything. And I know it was difficult, it was challenging, but you know what, the girls have both changed high schools, junior year and senior year.
Okay.
So, but boy, they just jumped in feet first, and they love it here, and it makes it very happy, because you're only as happy as your children are.
You're right, and I remember meeting them for the first time along with your daughter, and as principal, I met with them, and just total class.
Thank you.
Great kids, and just have to move and decide. They weren't playing football in California their junior year, had a chance to come to Bayport and do that, and just was great to get to know them, and they have fit in unbelievably well. Was talking to a couple of their teachers today. We had an in-service day, and I said that I'd be interviewing their grandmother, and all like, oh, that's cool that she's coming to the game, but they have just been outstanding kids.
Thank you.
And it's got to be difficult for them too to move around.
Oh, it is. And it's our oldest granddaughter, she just graduated from Penn State. She was a swimmer, but she's bounced around, and so when she was going, they were in Virginia with the Redskins, and then Joe, then he got fired, and he went to the
hard to
Chargers.
Keep track.
I know, because he was with the Chargers, but she was already committed to Penn State, and she said that's fine. She knew how far it was across the country, But she was, and so it's easy. Now she's got a job. She's moving to Boston in January. So it's not like she's frozen in fear, thinking I can't do it. And that's what's so good about it for the kids,
Sure.
And
well, the Raiders are 5-2.
Yes.
So that's got to be good.
It is. It's been a crazy year because John getting signing.
Yep.
And then unfortunately the receiver.
Correct. Just recently. Car accident. Yes.
Yes. And just destroying really 2 lives, his own and the family, mainly the family of the young girls.
Right.
So, and I think sometimes that kind of hits the players a little bit harder than
the
coach, because the coaches just say, people are sending me texts when John resigned. I feel so bad for him. I'm like, they're just thinking, okay, let's get ready for the next game. So, and the players really bounce back. This will be an interesting game. They're en route to the Giants, New York right now. So we'll see how they bounce up and get going.
Then you got Joe at the Packers. They're 7-1.
I love it.
Big win over Arizona last
week. Well, we
week.
came here when we were with the Cowboys. A group of us. We came here. It was our weekend game, and that was the weekend that we beat the Packers. It was Dak Prescott, and it was an incredible game. And we said how nice the fans were here, because we came walking out and they said, "Oh, congratulations! We just didn't play very well." We've been to other away games where we have gotten killed, and they're cussing and screaming at us. We're like, "Hey guys, you just lost. We just lost, And so.
So if I put you on the spot.
Yes.
Like, the Packer fans are the nicest fans in
yes.
the world. Who would you describe on the other end, like the most difficult fans to get along with?
You don't
have to answer that if you don't want to.
I'm trying to think, these were Atlanta fans that were terrible. They were the ones that were terrible to us. And, Philly.
Well, I was going to guess Philly.
Yes. Yeah, because once when we were playing them in a championship game, I think it was for the the NFL championship game. They had we didn't go because we said, we're not going to beat them. We never do. And, we were at the Buccaneers. We could never beat them under 40 degrees. And so we said, we're not going to go. We're not going to win. Of course, we beat them. But they put them in a suite where it was covered because they were afraid they were going to be throwing things at them. Yeah, they're not very nice.
What are some of the best memories you have over all the years of being around football?
I would say because we went to the Super Bowl
right.
with Sean Gruden.
Yep.
That was magical. And when you're in, you go, okay, that's great. We only had 1 week in between then. And when we got there, I thought, this is just great. We don't need to win. But when I got to the game, I said, we got to beat this. We got to beat these Raiders. We need to win. You know, there's so many magical moments. And there's, of course, when you're in the business, there's a lot of downs, too, you know. And we were with the Lions, you know. My husband went 0-16.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
Fine. That's fine.
I wasn't going to go there, Barbara, but you went there. Right?
Oh, and you know, it's really sad because you say, even all these years, they still just can't get it going. But that was tough. And social media was not as bad then as it is today.
Correct.
I'd be hiding in a hole.
Yeah, it's difficult right now for kids to even grow up, and with everything going on in social media.
It's
It can
terrible.
be used such great ways.
Yes.
But then it can be used such negative ways that it's really hard for kids.
It's terrible.
And everybody, adults included.
And I just wish, just don't listen to it. Don't watch it. Where's
Well-
my phone? I got to look. I know.
Well, you're on it because I know you're tweeting and doing stuff like that.
Yeah, because I like to keep track. Because like last week's game, I came downstairs just a couple minutes after the game had started, and I thought, okay, what's going on? So I turned it on, but I got to find out why, you know, we had already scored.
Right.
And so I wanted to find out. So, yeah.
Well, thanks for your time. We really
Thank you.
appreciate
It's
it.
been a
Thanks for
pleasure.
having us, Barbara.
Thank you so much.
Outstanding. You got
Thank
two
you.
great grandkids that have had an
And
opportunity.
there's my other beautiful, my oldest daughter, granddaughter.
So
That's
this
the
is Nick
swimmer.
and Sam's sister. What's your name? Cameron. Well, put the headset on your Cameron.
Oh.
Oh, why not, right? Since you're here.
Come on, Cam. Hurry.
We have a couple minutes here, Cameron. We got the whole Barry Marinelli family here. So now, Cameron, you're a swimmer, right?
Yeah, I swam at Penn State. I graduated in May.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
And what are you doing now?
I'm working for Oracle, virtually, actually, but it's based in Boston, so I'll be moving there in January. I'm really
nice.
excited, yeah.
So you probably moved around, too, as a child a lot. I'm
Oh,
guessing.
my gosh. All the Barry kids went to 2 different high schools, kind of never really stayed in the same place for more than, like, 2 to 4 years.
Well, talk to me about Graham a little bit here.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
She's the best. she's my role model. I love her. I'm so excited that she was able to come up this weekend and visit and obviously watch my brother's game. So, yeah, I'm lucky.
Yeah, well, it's nice to meet you two. Good luck with everything. Nick and Sam have been great additions to Bayport. And,
they love it here.
We'll miss them after they graduate.
Yeah, all the kids have been so welcoming for them. So it's been really great because obviously we were nervous for them coming to a new environment, new school and everything, but it's been a great adjustment for them, and they love it here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Glad we could have you on.
Thanks for having us.
Outstanding. Thanks again, ladies. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
We'll give that to Chris. So once again, thank you. Okay, we're hanging in there. It's 28-0. We got a chance yet, so we're all right. Let's keep it going here a little bit. That's Barbara Marinelli joining us at halftime. What a treat that was, and what a life she has had in the NFL Football League. And that's Sam and Nick's sister from Penn State. So we're going to take a break. Bayport's down 28-0. You're listening to Bayport Radio.
Synergy Sports Performance is your local athletes training facility. We build for speed, agility, and physical strength to make them better on the field. And we build character to make them better off the field. Work out with us at synergyfields.com.
Do you have spirit wear to support your team? Do you have apparel to let everybody know who you work for? Team Apparel has you covered. Team Apparel is a leader in screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, trophies, plaques, and awards. With its in-house production, Team Apparel provides fast, quality service at a great price. Let Team Apparel work for you in promoting your business and organization. Visit Team Apparel at North Military Avenue, Green Bay, or at teamapparel.com. At Team Apparel, quality is what we sell you. Service is what we give you.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Townline, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
You're listening to Bayport Pirates Sports on NEW Sports Radio at newsportsradio.com.
We get set for quarter number 3 from Franklin High School as we are at Jerry Marsh Field at Sullivan Stadium. And
They brought us some pizza, Chris.
They did, and I see you're taking Ross Tellner on it.
Well, Ross is stopping at school for a few days, getting some
Oral surgery.
Teeth work done, so I'm eating this pizza and remembering him. Barbara was great, wasn't she?
She was.
And when she brought up the 0-16 Lions, I wasn't going there. But what an experience she's had. And then to get to talk to Nick and Sam's sister, who I've heard a lot about. A Division I swimmer at Penn State, and now going to work for Oracle out in Boston. It's crazy how they're just so used to moving all the time. It's just part of their life. 2 years here, 3 years here. Hopefully Joe hangs around a little bit. If the Packers continue to win 7 out of 8, that'll be the case. So let's get a score here in the second half, Chris, and get back in this football game.
Again, tweet at us at Voice of BP or at Bayport HS. We'd love to hear from you. Mr. John Jagler, happy birthday to his beautiful bride yesterday, a year older. Katie Barrera, the Hanrahans and the Barreras are tuned in. Longtime Franklin residents and a Franklin alum who lives in Green Bay. Lucas Nader out there cheering on Nate with Grandpa Forstick. Amy Klemp watching from Spread Eagle, Wisconsin, with retired Franklin coach Jeff Klemp. Well, Coach, congratulations on retiring from coaching. Thank you for coaching. That, boy, that is a thankless job a lot of times. But I tell you what, this Franklin program right now is extremely impressive, not just tonight, but what they've been doing lately. And the Nelsons watching from Glidden. Tweet at us at Voice of BP or at Bayport HS. Second half is underway. Chris Learman, Mike Frieder with you, the Bayport radio broadcast, and we are also synced up with the video stream of Franklin. So we're on the Franklin stream if you want to tweet at us, Franklin fans. Alyssa on the camera.
Alyssa doing a great job on the camera. She went to school here at Franklin. Try to update. Hopefully the Pirates can get something going here, Chris, in the second half.
Obviously, Bayport 0 points so far. It's going to be Montgomery up the middle, trying to break a tackle, start the possession at the 23, run up near the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7 on first down.
You know, that's what Bayport wanted to do early on in the football game. It had that huge holding penalty. I'm not saying that's a difference in this football game, but it would have made a difference as they had it going a little bit there, and holding call took that drive and stopped it. So rumor has it my audio's a little bit better out there. Heard it was a little scratchy, so thanks to Gene Knoll for correcting me. And let's go Pirates.
Send Barry in motion, snap to Benson, hand it off to Buckner, trying to keep it up between the tackles. Puts his hand down, dives forward across the 35, up to the 37-yard line. A run of 8 yards for the Bayport sophomore.
I mean, you have to think if you're the Pirates right now, you're only going to get about 4 or 5 possessions maybe in this half. And they need to score on every possession. So you will not see the Pirates punt here in this second half.
The Piontecs listen along with us. Great to have you along.
Coleman beating Hurley where Travis Wilson is, 28-0.
Benson, quick speed out near side. Sam Barry's got his catch.
Graham will be happy now, Sam. You got a catch in there. So
she was fun.
She was awesome. Absolutely incredible. Interesting how she brought up the Raiders situation, how difficult that's been on a number of different levels. And, you know, it's still, every business is still about people, and you don't like to see those things happen to anybody, and unfortunate, but Barbara was a great person to have on at halftime.
Obviously, she mentioned her husband, Rod Marinelli, longtime NFL coach. Buckner trying the right side, cut back. On 2nd and 4, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage in Omar. It's 3rd and 4.
So big third down here, play for the Pirates. It's 4-down territory, I think, for sure. Chris, you're not playing this game to try to stay in it. It's the level 3 playoffs, and you're trying still to win this football game, and the Pirates need a first down here in order to do that.
Mark it, 3 yards to go, and a quick speed out far side inside to Cooper O'Connell, and the pass is off the mark, incomplete.
I'd be surprised if the Pirates punt here, and they're not going to, as Coach Westerman brings Tevin Montgomery over to give him the play, and I think Tevin's going to stay in this football game, and he is. So big 4th and 3 play here for the Pirates. If they don't get it right here, Chris,
It could be very difficult, obviously, if Franklin comes down and score. We could have the potential of a running clock. So big fourth down play here for the Pirates.
Shift the formation. Bayport trying to get the Sabres to jump. They don't. Power right side with the quarterback, needing the 47. Dive across the midfield marker, down to the 41, and Bayport's going to pick up the first down.
Offensive line's doing a nice job, and Jake Buckner getting up a little bit slowly there as Jake's had a great season. Lineman of the year in the FRCC. So Bookinger runs in the play. We're under 10 minutes here, third quarter. Just joining us, 28-0 Franklin. It has been all Sabres tonight. Bayport trying to sneak their way back into this one here in the third quarter.
The Wargan family out there watching along in Franklin. Fake on the end around. Bayport's got no running room up the middle. Boy, do we have an update on Appleton North Kimberly? Because this Franklin team in level 4.
We're trying to get an update on that, but not getting a lot of internet connection up here.
I'm almost out of a voice.
I'm good, Chris.
Great to have you all along with us, though, tonight. Bayport and Franklin fans. Fake to Montgomery, bends it up the middle, squirting through inside the 40, down to the 38. That'll be enough for the first down. Gain of 11 for the Bayport quarterback.
So Pirates now doing what they wanted to do early on, a little ground and pound. Cole Benson keeps it there and gets a big gain for the Pirates.
Melanie running in the Georgia State High School cross country meet tomorrow for the 4th straight year. That would be the youngest daughter of Jason Ripley. Jason listening from North Georgia. Quick comeback to the near side. O'Connell, and it's going to go over his head. Incomplete. 8:22 to go in the third quarter.
My son Ryan's in attendance tonight. He hasn't stopped up and seen Dad yet. My son Brett, he's in Madison listening with his girlfriend Jenna. So Jenna wanted a shout out, so shout out to her. She's at law school at Northwestern, but decided to visit Brett this weekend. Hopefully they're having a great weekend. And so shout out to you, Jenna. Hopefully the Pirates get a touchdown here, get back in this one.
Appleton North 14-0 right now as Kimberly just dropped a wide open touchdown pass. Joey Bonadonna keeping us posted on that one as a yard. Nope, no gain. It was going to be 3rd and 10. Franklin and Appleton North played in week 1. So that would be a very interesting. Or 14-10.
I thought it was 14-10. I saw that on Twitter earlier.
14-10. Joey missed the
Franklin beat Appleton North first on the last play of the game, I think. A pass play in that first game of the year.
Mason Mann watching along with us. 3rd and 10 for the Bayport offense. 38-yard line. Bayport needs to get to the 28. Pressure off the right side. Float one over the middle. Looking up for the tight end. Nate Forstek deflected as it gets to him. Deflected the first time by Tim Theory, as well as 42 Daniel Martins, and it's going to be 4th and 10. Yvonne Kuchkowski listening in.
So Bayport now, big 4th down plays. They want to continue this drive and get something on the scoreboard.
It's 4th down and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Chris losing his voice a little bit.
I think it's lost. Pirates need 10. Benson, a quick speed out near side, and it's going to be deflected and knocked down. Bayport looking to run.
Little hook and ladder. That was going to be to Barry. He was going to push it back to Bookinger if you saw that one. And ball never got to Barry as that pass route was jumped. And now Franklin with the ball under 8 minutes here. And it's going to be really tough for the Pirates now. Franklin with a chance to get running clock here in the third quarter.
Miles Burkett back to the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Rivard up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Stiff arm up to midfield. Gain of 12. Breaks another. Dances around and into Bayport territory for a gain of 15.
Pirates look tired right now, Chris. And Franklin looks unbelievably confident as they've been all night. They have not even threatened to have to punt the football yet. A fumble, the only turnover for them, probably prevented them from scoring 7 more in that first half.
Burkett looking for a bubble screen to the far side, gets it underneath, and you can see the explosiveness from the wide receiver Osgood outside the 30, 25-20, cuts back at the 15, and Reese Osgood down inside the 15-yard line.
Offensively, this team is unbelievably good. To think the weather must have been terrible last week that they got held to 2 points until 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And obviously those 2 points coming out of safety means the defense scored them. Their offense actually gave up points last week in the first 45 minutes. Up the middle, Rivard to the goal line, touchdown, Franklin Sabres. 12-yard scamper.
Franklin just made that look really easy. And now we're an extra point from running clock and a berth for Franklin into the state semifinals, either against Kimberly or against Appleton North. The last time we got an update in that game, 14-10, Appleton North.
Jesse Jocks and Melissa watching from St. Louis. With
Extra
the
point is
Noaks.
good, Chris. We're 35-0, and we've got a running clock.
Coach Meyer's mom watching from Oconto Falls.
Great lady. Greg, outstanding teacher and coach.
Everybody's watching the game up at Little Newton Lake.
The Rickle family, along with Jimbo. So total domination tonight by Franklin. You got to tip your hat to them as Bayport, second play of the game, really kind of set the tone. 92 yards they went, but this group of receivers that Franklin has is
decent.
Not bad at all, led by Keaton Arndt, and then Reese Osgood is quick, 6'1", 183. Arndt, 6'2", 186. They have been impossible to stop today for the Pirates.
Jason Chaplin watching in. The Robox watching from Swamico. Returned from Montgomery, and he's got 3 men in black in front of him.
That kick went deep, and Tevin had no chance there as blocking in front of them was minimal. So we got a running clock here. 6:26 and counting, and this half we'll be out of here by 9 o'clock, Chris.
Jamie Grorak. Great to have you along with us, Franklin fan. Kathleen O'Leary watching from Tucson. Mike Enderby.
Bayport grad, Mike is. Mike was a wrestler, right?
Bayport's going to, per usual, try to run the football. We have a running clock. The clock will not stop except for timeouts and scores.
And injuries.
Cindy Rudy. Watch it out there. Chris Gustafson, the Worgan family from Franklin.
Cole Benson kind of limps back to the huddle.
The 8-month-old fell asleep, says the Worgans.
Not missing much. If you're a Pirate fan.
Well, they're Franklin fans. So.
Well, then they're not missing much either, because at this point it's kind of over.
We can calculate on the Bayport broadcast how far this Franklin team has won 26 conference games in a row in the Southeastern Conference. 7-0 this year. They went 4-0 in the COVID year. 7-0 in 19, 7-0 in 18. They lost to Racine Horlick in 2017, where they went 6-1.
Well, sounds familiar. Bayport the same way.
Yeah, they lost this year, which ended their, was it 48-game conference winning streak or thereabouts? 45 it was, I think.
So two similar programs getting here tonight. Tonight's just been all Franklin.
3rd and 9 for the Bayport offense. Benson dropping back, pressure from the right side, trying to step up, and he's going to get a run across the 25-30. Cole Benson across the 35-40, middle of the field, and pushed down as he nears the midfield marker. 48-yard line, 1st and 10 Bayport.
What an effort by Cole Benson there. Down 35-0, Cole says, and he's dinged up a little bit before this play. Cole goes back to pass, takes it himself, shows his speed, and gets out to the 48-yard line. So Bayport still fighting like you know they would. Benson, a junior, has had quite a year and has developed into a very good quarterback.
Benson, play action, looking deep, throws it deep down the near side. Cooper O'Connell behind the defense, and it's going to be out of his reach.
Cole caught a shot there, but Cole's limping around pretty good out there. Blake Bookinger will leave. Tevin Montgomery will come on in. And obviously, it doesn't matter if you throw a incomplete pass or you run it. The clock will still run, and we're under 3:30 here, 3rd quarter. Franklin people have been great here tonight in the booth. Alyssa on the camera. Seth hasn't screwed up once yet on the clock. Well, yeah, we had that 8-second, 9-second thing, didn't we? So it hasn't been perfect, but we'll give him an A.
That's right.
We'll give him an A yet.
2nd and 10. Power the right side with Cole Benson. He'll dive into Sabre territory.
Sure, I'll be teaching at Bayport next year, he told me. So not sure if Franklin's aware of that yet. I mean, Seth will be. 78.
The
Big
Franklin
boy running
fans
off.
Listening from the Kiesler's garage.
Where do they live? Maybe we could stop over after. They got snacks or something?
Oh, we're going to be way ahead of schedule.
Right.
This is going.
We could stop over. Anybody know where the Kieslers live? They're in the garage right now.
Chris and Mike, the Bayport broadcast stream, audio on our side and added to the video for Franklin. As Cole Benson needs to get down to the 42. He's right at the yard line to gain, and that's going to be enough to move the sticks.
So Cole not giving up. Approaching 2 minutes here as Cole limps back to the huddle. Cole will get the winter off, and you'll see him in the weight room a lot, and then he'll play some baseball. Cole, a really good baseball player, pitcher.
Right. Center fielder or something.
And so you'll see him on the baseball diamond later on this year. Basketball will start. You'll see Blake Bookinger out there, Nate Forstek.
First and 10, Bayport offense. Again, Benson up the middle. Downhill, breaks a tackle. Inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. Kimberly had a 9-minute drive to end the 3rd. Got 0 points on it. They still trail 14-10.
It's still 14-10.
Boy, you're getting good at this.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Well, if it's 14-10 and they didn't score, it's probably still 14-10, Chris.
Andy keeping
Manitowoc
us in charge of that, as well as Joey. Second and 2 with a minute to go. Clock rolling here in the 3rd. Send O'Connell in motion. Benson play action looking deep. Down the far sideline. Throws it up for Sam Barry. At the goal line into the end zone. And taken away and knocked away by Logan Matthews at the last second.
Nice throw. Nice attempt by Barry, but nice defensive play. Just good football all around there. As we're 30 seconds left here, 3rd quarter. Bayport will get one more play here before the end of the 3rd quarter. Looked like Sam had a chance there, but if he caught that one, that would have been a spectacular catch.
3rd and 2 for the Bayport offense. 34, or the 34, they need the 32. Give to Bookener, counter to the right, bounces outside, he's got the first down across the 30, 25, and he's ushered out of bounds near the 20. That's the end of the quarter. End of 3, 35-0. Listen to Bayport Pirate football.
If a training run turns into a sprained ankle or spring yard work stresses out your shoulder, go to the acute injury clinic at Orthopedic Sports Medicine Specialist. It's not urgent care. It's not the ER. It's the same-day orthopedic care directly from an orthopedic physician, and no appointment is needed. The acute injury clinic at OSMS is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 2223 Lime Kiln Road in Green Bay. Learn more at osmsgb.com.
Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill. Zesty's serving up a full food and frozen custard menu. Now open right across from Bayport High School at 2639 Lineville Road. Offering a different flavor of the day, each day 11 until 9. Try their weekly special baskets or enjoy some of Zesty's awesome, fresh, frozen custard. Zesty's Frozen Custard and Grill, the finest frozen custard in town.
Shout out to Johnny Terwillison, listening from his shift at Pittsburgh Paints.
Johnny Terwilliger.
Terwilliger.
Johnny must be a big Franklin fan. Well, then he should have got someone to work for him and be at the game tonight, possibly. Okay.
1st and 10 for the Bayport offense. And it's Buchaner trying the right side inside the 15. Now, if you're Franklin, I know you want to keep playing defensively. I would pull my starters for the entire fourth quarter. Now, I say that. Again, we talked about this last week. Bayport in 2014, obviously you've heard of Alec Ingold. Gatorade State Player of the Year that year. He now plays for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Correct.
They left him in, did the Pirates, in the 3rd and 4th quarter of a running clock, and he sprained his ankle. Last week, Mike, remember Bayport left their starters in, and the very first play after we mentioned it, Cole Benson hurt his ankle. Bayport, a flea flicker, throws it into the end zone, up for grabs, and it's going to be knocked around and incomplete.
That didn't fool anybody. That play, just not enough depth to run a flea flicker there, probably in the 20-yard line in. You're just going to run out of room in the back of the end zone. Bayport chose to do it. Looking for any way to score a touchdown right now.
21-10 Appleton North.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think that you just can't risk the health of your players.
I would agree. It's
running clock. You're going to get out of here.
10:30 in the fourth quarter.
3rd and 3 for the Bayport Pirates. At the 13, they need the 10. Hand it off to Buchaner, left side, and the big man inside. Steve Martinez Delicatera.
Steve Martinez Delicatera's a big man, number 78.
How big, Mike?
Bigger than me.
That's because he's 6'5".
Well, that would make him bigger than me.
6'5", 290.
That would make him a lot bigger than me. I wouldn't want him hitting me. Blake Buchinger weighing in at 150 pounds soaking wet.
Do you think he's 150?
Soaking wet.
What's he listed as?
150.
Is he, huh?
Does it say soaking wet after his name or just say 150?
5'9", 150, the Bayport running back. And this is going to be a timeout taken by head coach Gary Westerman. 9:58. Seth immediately on it to stop the clock.
Seth has been on his A game tonight, no question.
Has.
He's definitely level 3
pizza
type clock.
Aided performance though tonight.
He ate pizza while doing it?
I think this is helping.
Did you eat while running the clock, Seth?
It's easy. Anybody can do it.
Wow. I didn't see that. I ate and announced. You could hear it.
Remember that experiment we did 5 years ago?
With the Jolly Ranchers?
I had a sore throat, so I put a Jolly Rancher in. Mike put a Jolly Rancher in. And we had 5 tweets in the first 20 seconds.
Didn't sound real good. Just didn't work real well. Yep, just Jolly Ranchers.
Oh, yeah.
You get one of those, green apple ones. Gets a little
they
tart.
knew we had something in our mouth.
You know how that is, Seth, right? How many pieces of pizza you have tonight, Seth? Just 2? Okay.
Boy, Ross puts him to shame.
Our clock guy has about a pizza, a whole thing, during the course of one
Per
game.
half. No.
Per half, yeah. The guy
4th
could eat.
and 4. Double Sam Berry to the left. Single to the near side. That's O'Connell. Play action. Good protection. Lobbing up. Throw back to the end zone. Forstek in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayport Pirates. Nate Forstek. The touchdown grab.
So Pirates like running that play that Tight end flares away from the quarterback, and Benson throws it to the numbers, and Forstick scores to get the Pirates on the board, 35-6. Not sure if the clock keeps running in the fourth quarter.
Stops on scores and timeouts, Mike.
Correct, but when it's 35-7 now.
Oh, it keeps going.
It'll keep running, I think, because
once you reach that threshold.
You didn't give me long enough to explain that, Chris. You kind of jumped in there a little bit. But we'll discuss that in our post game in the car on the way home.
I remember the eject button on the passenger seat. Kick is up and good by Nick Fitt.
So 35-7.
Big shout out again and appreciation to allow us when we had the home video streams. Nicolay Bank allowing us to do that. Nicolay Bank proudly supporting high school sports across the state of Wisconsin. They know that a strong high school helps build a strong community, as does a great community bank. Visit a branch near you at nicolaybank.com to learn more. Real people, real conversations. Nicolay Bank. Also for Franklin, the point after for helping support the video streams throughout the postseason, supporting last week, this week, in level 1. There's a fee to cover video production, broadcast in general. For radio on the Bayport side tonight, it's $50 for radio. For video, it's $200 a game. So, huge shout out again to the point after for Franklin for doing that for every single home game. Now, level 4, I would anticipate that the Post Crescent is going to have that game with an awesome crew. So if you're not going to get up, my guess is the game's going to be at UW-Oshkosh Titan Stadium.
It'll be interesting to see where that game is played.
Right.
Where that's a
obviously it's only 20 or so minutes from Appleton North, but that's a great neutral site that often the northern part of the state plays their Division I semifinals in.
But Franklin would have to come up and drive 2 hours to get to that game.
But if the Post
maybe
Crescent
an hour
does
and a
it,
half.
They have some good coverage. They'll have some good camera work with you. Bayport and onside up the middle. The ball is going to be loose and covered up nicely by the Sabres, or is it by Bayport? Pirates think they have it. And they do.
Pirates have the football.
Clock does start running at 9:38 and moving along. So Nicolay Bank helping us bring the last 2 games of video to you.
What a play by Cole Deppler there. Cole, not only the kicker, but the recoverer.
Oh, I thought they said 14 recovered.
That's Cole Deppler.
Oh, yes. I was thinking.
At least it was when we started the game, Chris.
Nick Fitt is 46. He does extra points. Deppler does kickoffs, and
not only is your voice going.
That omitted my memory.
So the Pirates with 9 minutes left trying to get another score on the board before this one's over. They got Sam Berry all by himself out there. They're going to go deep to Sam with safety coverage. Sam's going to go up and get it. Oh, what a catch by Sam Berry! Grandma Barbara's going crazy right now.
Down to the 12.
Well-deserved. Great young man, great receiver. And he went up against 2 of the Franklin Sabres and came down with that one. The Pirates have it on the 12-yard line, trying to get another score here. 35-7.
Officially final. Elena Abel 4, Emma Nagel 1.
Ooh.
Missouri Valley Conference. So it's Division I women's soccer.
2 Bayport graduates.
Bayport class of 2020. Elena Abel and Emma Nagel from Loyola and Drake University respectively. Each of them were named second team all-conference in their sophomore season. They just played against each other in the conference semifinals of the conference tournament.
Both members of a state championship soccer team.
Which you broadcast.
Both members of a state championship basketball team.
Yes.
Which you broadcast.
Yep.
I got canned for that game, if I'm not mistaken.
You snooze, you lose on the one game, right?
Well,
you skipped the one game and you
you
never got your
had
spot
your
back.
bachelor party on the other one.
My bachelor party, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Montgomery the right side. Tevin sidesteps a man at the 6, pushing foul, and he's going to be stuffed at the 6.
Is it a group of Sabres or a pack of Sabres? What would that be? What would it be? A tiger? A streak of sabers. What if they're a lion? A pride? Well, why are we waiting until 7 minutes left to use that material, Seth? Oh, the pride and the streak have been used?
Third and 4 for the Bayport offense. Booking a right side inside the 5, diving towards the 3. Bayport needs the 2. It's going to be 4th and a yard. It's still the starters in for Franklin, I will remind you. And I'm not saying this because I want Bayport to score. I'm saying this because I want Franklin to stay healthy.
Yeah, Keaton Art just runs off the game, and he's been playing both ways the entire
Alec
game.
Ingold got off the bus for the state semifinal game, physically on crutches, off the team bus.
And played.
Not effectively, or not as effectively as you'd like, but Benson, right guard, quarterback power. He needs the 2. He dives forward. Did he get the 2? The near side line judge, I don't think he's going to get it. Nope, turnover and downs.
So Franklin's going to get a stop, or the Pirates are going to come out with 6 minutes left on defense. I'd be surprised if you see Franklin's one offense here, but Chris, you and I are usually wrong on this.
Yeah, we think differently.
We're not wrong often.
Often enough when it comes to talking coaches, right?
Yes, correct. So Franklin's crowd, you can hear them.
Don Barrett, great to have you along with us tonight. Cast of thousands. Appreciate you guys with us. Franklin fans and Bayport fans.
Franklin people have been great, their hospitality.
Burkett out of his own end zone is going to throw a crossing pattern. He's got his tight end. That's Wade Miser. Miser across the 35, side steps a guy at the 40, across the midfield stripe, and he's still going down to the 41-yard line. Pitch and catch of 65 yards, rather 55 yards.
35-7, they decide to throw it out of their end zone. That's fair. It's kind of a Bayport back at you type of play, I would say, Chris. So Franklin continues to keep their starters on the field. 35-7, 4:30 left fourth quarter.
Now it's going to be a give off the left side. It's Osgood blocking on the fly sweep, and he coughed it up. It's Bayport football on the fumble with 4:16 and rolling.
So just like that, 3 turnovers for the Sabres
I'd like to
tonight.
go back and see the film. I think the clock hops
It does.
from 4:20 to 4:17.
This is not Seth's fault, Chris. I just want to let you know that.
Oh, okay.
Yep. You're
It
not
does.
blaming Seth for this, Chris, are you?
No. But it is
You're not
confirmed.
are you blaming Seth for this?
Alyssa confirms.
Okay. It does. I've seen it. I just want to make sure that people understand out there Seth is doing an outstanding job on the clock. However, it's running, so you don't really got to do that much, right, Seth? I mean, can't screw it up too much. That's right.
Couple of seniors getting in right now for the Bayport Pirates. Booker trying the right side, sidesteps a guy. So Bayport rotating in. Some younger players as well now. Benson throwing deep again for Barry. He's going to get tugged down, and that'll be a penalty.
Well, the clock runs still on that penalty.
Yep.
Sam's feeling that calf muscle, and he can get dinged up from time to time and usually stretches that out. But right now he's cramped up or something's not feeling good for Sam Barry.
Boy, it's going to be a final. Kimberly's going to lose in level 3.
That's
at home.
An upset, folks. But Appleton North has a really good football team.
We said if they're not this year, I think this is of any year, this is their team to beat Kimberly.
They're really big up front, and I've heard they're very good, and so's Kimberly. You're going to be good if you're down to the final 8 teams. There's no question about
Right.
that.
Becky Shooting, now Panama City Beach, Florida. Good to have you along tonight, Miss Shooty. Now, Tyler Britz did want me to ask a question to Grandma Barbara, but I forgot. He wanted to know if she thinks that the 0-16 Lions were better than the 0-7 Lions right, or 0-8 Lions right now.
Ooh, she could have probably she could have handled that question.
She brought up the subject.
She was outstanding.
She was great.
She can bring it. Yeah, Grandma Barbara can bring it.
She didn't even, well, obviously she signed up for it as the husband, but or as her husband, the coach, is Cooper O'Connell near side, inside the 35. Cooper down to the 33 with 80 seconds left in the game. She's been a world traveler, or country traveler.
Yeah, the story's just all over the place, from USC to Utah State to Dallas to the Raiders, back to the Raiders. So 1 minute left in this level 3 game. Franklin leads Bayport 35-7 as this season comes to an end. The Pirates will finish with 2 losses, 10-2 on the season. Another 10-win season for Gary Westerman. Bayport still hanging tough here, still trying to score a touchdown.
Grandma Barbara tweets in, why does the clock keep running?
Grandma That's what happens. This ain't the NFL, Grandma.
Well, sometimes you'd like it to be.
Tevin Montgomery.
17 seconds left.
Coach Westerman has said, we're not going to call any timeouts here. We're going to run this game out, and Pirates are going to maybe have one more play. And they're going to run one more play. That goes to Bookinger.
Run with Bookinger inside the 10, down to the 5, and that is it. 35-7. Impressive. Franklin Sabres. We'll step aside, take a break. You're listening to Bayport Pirate Football.
Townline Pub and Grill. Looking for a place to grab some food? Stop at Townline. Taste the mouth-watering burgers, gourmet pizza, and endless appetizers, offering a casual atmosphere and a lively feel. Why not stop in on the way to the game? Grab a bite to eat after the game, too. A night out, a group gathering after a sporting event, or even a birthday. We want to thank you for your patronage. Townline, where the people come for the food and stay for the fun.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.